Rakitic for Vrsaljko, aimed in beyond Mandžukić and fired home by Perišić. Croatia's cravings are satisfied, at least for now. Pickford beaten by Perišić, and the semi-final is back. European Championship semi-final at home and won World Cup semi-final in Turin 1990. It is a starry Croatian cohort. They went through a perfect group phase, played a tale of 21st century glory. Of the tournament, but Dele Alli could have the key for England, and Harry Kane, if fed by Ali, has scored 6 goals. Rakitic, the star from the penalty spot for Croatia when the Croatia for the first time, or England again at last. Lingard, that's a lovely touch. Beautiful take from Jesse Lingard. Now Dele Alli has had his ankle tapped in position A1 for England. Modrić, the offender, a little nibble at the back of consider striking. It is Kieran Trippier, it is delicious! Glorious, glorious England goal! Picture perfect! And England in their immaculate white have made an immaculate start. He picked it up and put it there. There is not a better strike. And Rebic. And Pickford has come. And gathered rather like a rugby full-back. Called for a mark and then set Sterling on his way. Perišić. Perišić with the cross beyond Mandžukić. Young had to be wary. And he has surrendered a corner. Under pressure from Vrsaljko. Modrić takes Mandžukić round the back. Flicked away by Maguire, back in by Perišić. Mandžukić climbing. Henderson. Young. Taken away from Dele Alli. And Brozovic has... And Kane peels away. I was up. Perhaps climbing. And Croatia have that's that queue of white shirts again. Trippier's delivery, up got Maguire and squeezed his header wide. How many headers has he won? On occasion scoring himself, if not that, then enabling others to score. That header not dissimilar in type to Vida's for Croatia. Kane. Foul on the England captain. And Strinic. Rakitic. Vrsaljko well advanced. Perišić. He is capable of a forceful drive from distance. He feels he ought to have a corner. Shakir is denying him that. Maybe. Away from Young. Ante Rebic. Stones through his frame at it, and England can break with Henderson. Rakitic. Vaselko, he's got away from Young. In by Vaselko and out by Walker. And flicked on by Sterling and taken up by Kane, who is clouted to earth by Dejan Lovren. England want to take the free kick quickly. Lovren doesn't think it should be a free kick at all. Croatian players are making the... Oh, given away here to Sterling, and Sterling can wriggle, and Kane is offside. And truth be told, I don't think you had to be an official in line with play to see that Kane was offside. Perišić. He's had a couple of sighters now. And Perišić, 19 international goals. His next one will draw him level with Ivica Olic, these days the assistant coach of Croatia. Dele Alli too. Young. Caught on it by Rebic. Rebic saw Pickford off his wire in there. Young with in whip. Subasic came and did well to apply a knuckle. Kane. Ali. Lingard. Harry Kane! And Kane again! And he couldn't force it in. Second time, actually, he was offside. First time, for once, eyeball to eyeball with a goalkeeper. Harry Kane appeared to lack conviction. Modrić, forced out by Henderson. In by Rebic. Away by Stones. Rebic! Pickford's behind it. Nearest thing Croatia have had to a real chance. Ivan Rakitic of Barcelona. Aiming long at Rebic. Pickford has skewed his punch, but he is being protected by the referee. Flicked on by Rakitic, bit of space ahead of Perišić here. Perišić with the pass, which came all the way to Rebic, or would have done, but for the outstretched toe of Ashley Young, whose timing had to be immaculate. Twisting away from Brozovic. And now Dele Alli. Ali and Jesse Lingard couldn't find the corner. And he certainly had sight of the corner. That is a clear, clean chance for England. Rakitic. Modrić. Vaselko. He's had a pop. And Kane. Dele Alli. Brozovic. Nothing tidied up behind him. Stones and Walker just about communicated. But Pickford can put a boot through it. But it's coming back from Perišić. And now Rakitic. Ivan Rakitic denied further progress, but is all that separates them. Harry Kane can lead his team off, content in the knowledge that Kieran Trippier came up with an absolute diamond. For England, it is composed, it is calm, a beautiful floodlit scene. But it is a scene that these emerging Croatian players need to try and alter. Trailing have their collective nose in front. And Harry Kane may be 45 minutes away from... Only once in the whole history of the world, Trippier's throw. Vida across to meet Harry Kane, whom he sends. Strinic with the clearance. Kane went to try and win it back. Brozovic tackled him firmly. Modrić, stolen from him by the progressive Maguire. Harry Kane is flung in by Rakitic. Kane's header. Sterling. Lingard, deflection corner. Jesse Lingard. Flicked forward again for Trippier. And aimed it at Kane. And bravely dealt with from a prone position by Dejan. Rebic. In by Strinic. Away by Stones. Sterling. Looking to turn adroitly. Might actually have done with playing on there because Lingard had the ball. It was a free kick. Henderson got away from Rebic, fed it in for Sterling. Raheem Sterling has tumbled. Vida was at his back, claims innocence, and the referee concurs with that claim. Nice from Mandžukić. Now Rebic. Vrsaljko. Modrić. Away by Stones. Perišić into the crowd, and Perišić again. And England got bodies around it. Here's Strinic. Croatia looking here to turn up the wick. Rebic can play it in. Trippier. Kane! Oh, there was no angle to work with. I'd also be interested to know that 15 yards to Chris Waddle's right is Stuart Pearce, who had his penalty. Rakitic for Vrsaljko, aimed in beyond Mandžukić, and fired home by Perišić! Croatia's cravings are satisfied, at least for now. Pickford beaten by Perišić, and the semi-final is back where it began. Pickford has come, he wasn't sure, and here is Perišić. Ivan Perišić has hit the post, and Rebic couldn't make proper contact with the rebound, and England breathe a collective and profound sigh of relief. They have got away with one there. Ivan Perišić, who hit the inside of Russia's post on Saturday, aimed it at Rebic and thundered over somewhat optimistically by Vrsaljko. Rebic. Perišić beaten to it by... Fired in by Rakitic and very well pouched by Pickford. Trippier's throw. Kane. Lingard! Between Dele Alli and the post. Dele Alli can't keep it in. Oh, Trippier's back pass, Perišić onto it. Nicked back by trailed against Russia in the quarter-final. Did Dalic's Croatia. They have trailed here, and aimed in at Mandžukić. Mario Mandžukić! Pickford stationed at his near post. And he clears in a hurry. And Rashford's the chaser, and Vida has lost it, but Subasic hasn't. Rakitic. Vrsaljko. Deep towards Perišić. Pickford has come, Perišić! Has lifted it over. Not just the scorer, but the ongoing threat, Ivan Perišić. Kane, beyond Lingard, not allowed to run. Modrić behind the penalty spot. Flicked in by Trippier, and headed down and wide by Kane. France will play in the World Cup final. The identity of their opponents is still as clear as mud. For an hour, it was England. It may not be now. Ivan Perišić came up with Croatia's equaliser, and we hit 90 minutes with the score. Danny Rose driving on for England and getting caught up from behind by Ante Rebic, who is now yellow. Trippier takes stones and off the line. Vrsaljko, the Croatian saviour. And Rashford can't bring the ball with him, and Croatia can bring the ball away. Perišić inviting Vrsaljko forward. Vrsaljko caught up by Rashford and fouled. To spent a little time in it, and Perišić is moving at pace. Walker in retreat. Perišić, Kramaric. Perišić aimed it at Mandžukić. What a save by Pickford. He was a brick wall. That required the courage of a lion, 3 lions. Eyeball to eyeball with Mario Mandžukić tonight. And Rakitic took it quickly, and Brozovic fired it wide. And England were just a little sleepy. Perišić. Luka got there. So though did Perišić. Mandžukić! Croatia hit the front! Croatia may be going all the way! Mario Mandžukić pounced! And England are hurt! England are hurting! In a trice, the whole picture changes. It's at moments like this that Mario... In by Rashford, up got Maguire, but not high enough. They're convinced, are England, that that got a Croatian touch. Maguire was closest to it. Judek Chaka's not interested. Croatia are going to make another change here. First-time finalists. Rakitic trying to fiddle a route through. England's free. Croatia, for the first time ever, will play in a World Cup final. And for England, it's another oh so near. England's 3 brave lions slink sadly away as Croatia reach out for their paradise.